Now, I remember 2 years ago, there was a very big and cancerous trend on TikTok where a bunch of attention-starved kids would pretend to have mental diseases like tics, autism, or DID and try to get clout by exhibiting their symptoms.
Hello everybody. Hi. I'm Techno. I am a fictive of character Technoblade.
Not real! That is not real!
You see, this is why we actually need to encourage bullying in schools, so that these lobotomites can realize the error of their ways and go back to being normal members of society. Now eventually this trend, like most other cancerous ones, disappeared into the pits of hell, and the West was saved once again. But what if I told you that there was an individual who was bigger than all of these other retards combined, who has been lurking in the shadows, passing along as a member of the mentally ill community, someone who I genuinely believe is one of the biggest frauds on YouTube right now. This is Chloe Wilkinson. She runs a YouTube channel called DissociaDID with over 1 million subscribers, which she has dedicated to talking about living with DID. Or at least that's what she claims to do, because in my opinion, this person has been faking it, or at least over-exaggerating it all along. Now, if you go through Chloe's content, you'll soon start to pick up on a very problematic pattern, and that is the way she presents DID. Now, DID is obviously a horrible disease caused by severe child abuse, but the way that Chloe presents DID in her videos, it feels fantastical, it feels so quirky that it just can't be perceived as real. It's like if Disney or DreamWorks tried to make a movie about DID. Like, they've got all the basic elements nailed down, but suddenly they're adding stuff like superpowers, and one of my alters is a unicorn, and just like stuff like that you just can't perceive seriously. Like literally, one of her videos is titled A Demon Altar, Meet the Alters, Mara. Ah yes, a demon altar, that sounds very convincing. Like if I was watching a Spielberg movie, yes, you have me convinced. Otherwise, no.
I'm not supposed to be doing this. My name is Mara. I'm the first persecutor to be on the channel. Although technically I'm a persecutor protector.
Okay, listen Chloe, here's my advice. If you're ever gonna become an actress, please, don't submit this as your audition tape, because you're gonna get rejected instantly.
I'm rehabilitating. But Kaya's been preparing to film an update video that everybody's been asking about. That meant that they wanted to put on makeup today. And that appears to be a positive trigger. So I try to make myself look a little bit more like myself.
Break to admire, bruh, come on! Break to admire her makeup, bro! You can't actually convince me that this is authentic! You cannot convince me that this person just has a serious case of theater kid syndrome!
DID isn't possession. That's bullshit. No god put me here. Humans put me here.
Oh god!
So insignificant.
Oh god! Nah, I'm done. That is so fucking IGCSE drama tier acting. What the fuck? Alright, sorry. I just had to grab a beer because, bro, I'm not gonna get through this shit sober. Like, you're seriously meaning to convince me that demon altars are a thing? Like, no, and especially when you act like this, when you present it as something like, oh my god, it's so quirky, one of my altars is from hell, like, no, nah, that's bullshit. Here we got another totally legit video, meet a mermaid altar. Okay, so we got a demon altar, a mermaid altar, what's next? A god altar, an alien altar, a superhero altar? Like, how far can you go before you realize, ah shit, maybe this act is going a bit too far. I think I'll need to scale it back a little bit, maybe kill off some altars but keep the rest.
My name is Mama. I don't have an age. Or if I do have one, I'm not aware.
Okay, so first thing I want to point out, the wet hair. Like, is that how you bring out the altar? You just go into the shower, you know, get a little bit of water on your head, and then suddenly this mermaid altar comes out? Yeah, you know guys, when I go to wash the dishes, I switch to a female altar called Anastasia, and she does all the dishes, and she does a great job because, well, she's a woman. Like, the only way you can convince any thinking person that this is real is if they are high on a concoction of vodka and acid.
I have dark
Oh,
hair.
wow. That's a really nice self-portrait over there, representing me when I watch Ethan is Online. Now, obviously, I can't talk about Chloe without also talking about the Anthony Padilla video in which she participated in, and something that I find hilariously ironic in that video is how she says that the movie Split is such a bad representation of people with DID when she literally has an altar of a demon and a mermaid.
Teachers have used Split to educate their students about DID, as in, like, this is an example of DID. Like,
How do you feel about that?
It is bollocks. Like, oh, it's ridiculous. It is so damaging.
Like, she is so passionate when talking about how bad that movie is and how it stigmatizes people with DID, while at the same time adopting the exact behavior of the movie's main character. Okay, so we have pointed and laughed at her, as normal commentary YouTubers do, but how can we be sure that she's faking or at least over-exaggerating her condition? Well, Chloe claims that she was expelled from university because she kept missing classes as a result of her blackouts, and also because she tried to take her own life 4 times.
When I started university, I started losing whole days where I didn't know where I'd gone, my friends and flatmates didn't know where I'd gone, there would be changes of clothes that I didn't remember having, I was missing seminars, missing lectures, missing important meetings because I just wasn't there. So because of that, the university started to, if I kind of didn't get better really quickly, they were going to force me to leave because I wasn't fit to study. So that kind of made things worse. Obviously I was in a very dark place. My depression began to get very, very intense. Within a month I had 3 suicide attempts, and within a week my grandfather had died. My partner had broken up with me 2 days before our 1-year anniversary, and the university had officially kicked me out.
However, this person on Kiwi Farms who made a massive threat on her found this news article written about her case, where it explicitly states that she's crowdfunding to raise money for treatment that would enable her to return to study. So therefore, she had not been expelled from university. And something else that I want to mention, the UK has a law called the Equality Act of 2010, which essentially prohibits companies and other organizations from discriminating on the basis of sex, gender, race, or mental illness. This means that the uni that Chloe went to would be legally obliged to provide some kind of support or adjustment for her. So once again, it's very unlikely that she was expelled because of her mental illness. Now, the final thing that I want to talk about, which in my opinion definitively proves that this person is at least exaggerating this shit and at worst faking it, is that near the end of this video where they talk about their DID diagnosis, they bring up a document from this organization called the Pottergate Center. Now, I've gone to their website, and the majority of people listed here are psychotherapists, people who are not qualified to diagnose disorders. And if you zoom into the document a little bit, you will see that DID is classified as DSM-4. Now, the issue here is that DSM is an actual disease classification system, but it's only used in America. In the UK, where Chloe lives, and where the Pottergate Center is located, they use the ICD system. So either she made this entire document up and didn't bother to check over it, or the people who work at Pottergate Center are severely mentally retarded. Whatever way you go, I think it's fair to say that Chloe Wilkinson is not the person who she says she is, and at best, she's exaggerating her disease, or at worst, faking it entirely. But anyway guys, that is the end of this very epic hit piece. Thank you all so much for watching and for all of your support. Remember to subscribe, like, comment, turn notifications on. Please comment because it really helps me out in the algorithm. Also, join my Discord server and follow me on the cesspit on Twitter. Also, I just want to shout out Big Bungie for inspiring me to make this video. His own video about Chloe is incredibly funny and I recommend you watch it. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.
She back to the bone. Wait, these niggas watching. I swear to God, they be my clones. Switching my hoes like my flow.